up and goes, so you're together in real life?
Yeah, the guy was like, you're SpongeBob. And I go, yeah, and that's Patrick. And they're like, oh my God.
Hi, I'm Bill Fager.
And I'm Tom Kenny.
This is the Wire
Autocomplete interview.
Here we go. What is Tom Kenny doing now?
Man, just working from home every day on various stuff. Everything from SpongeBob to Rick and Morty to everything in between.
What is Tom Kenny?
What is a Tom Kenny? A Tom Kenny is a 58-year-old geek.
What is his favorite SpongeBob episode?
Oh, favorite SpongeBob episode? That is way out there on the internet. That is, Band Geeks, of course.
I believe it. I've heard him say it. What is Tom Kenny? Good adhesive. What is his phone number? Hey, grab your pens and paper, everyone.
My phone number is a closely guarded secret because I hate talking on the phone. If you want to sail a paper airplane through my window, I'll read your message.
What does Tom Kenny look like?
He has a face made for voiceover, we know that. Tom Kenny basically looks like every other schlubby Caucasian man you've ever seen, and that's why voiceover is awesome. I'd be playing like confused dads on TV right now. You call that a bathing suit?
Nice read. What does Tom Kenny sound like?
Well, it depends on the day.
Let's see. Tom Kenny sounds like a lot of things. He sounds like sponges, meow, snails,
He sometimes sounds like French guys saying 2 hours later.
Sometimes he sounds like the mayor on the Powerpuff Girls.
Sometimes he sounds like the narrator on the Powerpuff Girls. Basically, Tom Kenny has multiple personality disorder, and he's managed to make a living from that. Nice work if you can get it.
What is Tom Kenny's favorite voice that he does?
You know, I love it. SpongeBob been very, very good to me. I love SpongeBob.
And some of the ones that you don't get to do as much, like on a show called Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, it was a Cartoon Network show.
Oh, there was a big purple monster named Eduardo, and I got to be here.
The only problem was doing that for 4 hours was like gargling Drano. We call this one How Bill Fager. So, question 1. How do you pronounce Bill Fager?
You can't mispronounce it, I accept. Finger bacon, fake and bake, they're all good.
I'm sure you heard them all by the time second grade rolled around. You had kind of cycled through all.
That's right.
How old is Bill Fager? Can I rephrase that? How young is Bill Fager?
I am 63 years old. I was born on the day the Russians sent up the Sputnik, and my parents called me Sputnik for about 6 weeks. They came to their senses and gave me an actual name.
How tall is Bill Fager?
I am 6'6" and a half. One of the first movies I worked on was Secret of My Success, and I was so excited to meet Fred Gwynn, who played Herman Munster.
And Car 54, where are you?
Yes. And
Double genius.
I went up and introduced myself to him. The only thing he said to me was, "You're too tall for this business," and he walked away. I went, nice to meet you.
How did Phil Boggercocky get cast in SpongeBob?
Pretty standard audition. Well, no, I can't say that because it was Steven Hillenburg and nothing he did was standard. So actually, The first thing he said is, I want you to listen to this. And he played me a tape of Tom. It was called SpongeBoy at the time. He said, this is what SpongeBoy sounds like. And so he said, I want you to read for his friend, Patrick. What a fantastic way to audition for something. And yeah, I got lucky there.
How do you meet Bill Fager?
If you're making me food, we'll meet. Or if you're dropping off a delivery at my house.
As you can see from Bill's background, he actually lives in a tent.
That's right.
We're accessible at Comic-Cons when those start up again. Bill and I will do the occasional Comic-Con, and fans come out to say hi to us. But the bad news is you might have to meet me too if you meet Bill. So that's kind of good news, bad news. Last question on this page, Bill. How Bill Fager does the Patrick voice?
Well, I does it the way I do most voices. I take a deep breath and then sound comes out. I guess everything's down in my torso, I guess.
There's a lot of room in there.
It's down here. As opposed to Squidward, who's up here. We all wonder who Tom Kenny. But let's take it a little further.
Tom Kenny wonders who Tom Kenny.
Who does Tom Kenny...
This is like the match game.
Who does Tom Kenny voice in Rick and Morty?
Mr. Periwinkle says... I've been everybody from, like I'm squanching here, dude, Squanchy, to Mr. Jellybean, to, alien prison guard number 4. You never know who you're going to get when you walk in the door. He just goes, you're this, 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 and this.
Who does Tom Kenny voice in Futurama?
Futurama, wow, that was a long time ago. Again, that was one of those shows where they had their main cast and they would just bring you in and you were somebody that they ran into. I know I was Abner Double Deal, the commissioner of robot boxing. The episodes that most people know me or remember best from Futurama with me is where I was Yancey Fry, which is the brother of Billy West's main character, Fry. That was really fun. People say me and Billy sound kind of alike anyway in our just regular speaking voices. It was fun to be Billy's brother, and Matt Groening, come on.
Who was Tom Kenny in Pokemon?
This comes up every so often. I don't think I've ever done Pokemon. There's stuff that I don't remember, like I did it, and my kids will go, hey, that's your voice, and I'll go, I never did that show, and then they'll point to the credits, and they'll go, yeah, Dad, that was you, and I go, oh, I guess it was. I think with Pokemon, there was a guy named Tom Kenny who bought the series and somehow redubbed it, and got the rights to it or something, and made $1 bazillion on Pokemon. I wish I was smart enough to have gotten a hold of Pokemon. No, not that smart. So I don't think I have any Pokemon history. If there is, the internet will slap me around and go, like, don't you remember?
Wow, I wonder if there's another Bill Fager Bakke out there that's going to do something. Okay, who is Tom Kenny married to?
My wife is named Jill Talley. She's an actress. I met my wife on a show called The Edge. Then we did a show called Mr. Show with Bob and David. And she also plays various characters on SpongeBob in the SpongeBobiverse. She is Karen, Plankton's computer wife. And that's who I'm married to. She was crazy enough to marry me.
They are a fantastic couple. I can attest to that. The folks on the internet say, who is Tom Kenny? Why would they ask if they didn't know?
Who is Tom Kenny?
I have to answer that question myself. I will say that Tom Kenny is the Mel Blanc of our day. And we are
Bill.
very, very lucky to have him. Who does Tom Kenny voice in SpongeBob?
Oh, wow.
Let's see. Well, that pink sea star?
He's
that
hilarious.
SpongeBob hangs around with?
I don't do him.
And now it is time to move on to our ding-ding what Bill Fagerbakke round. What happened to Bill Fagerbakke? What the hell happened to you, Bill?
Well, I stepped into a big bucket of awesome good fortune, stumbling into voiceovers in the 90s. And oh my God, what a fortuitous route that was.
What is Bill Fagerbakke like?
I'm a sports fan. I'm a music fan. Oh, and I have 2 daughters that are amazing, and they're in their 20s now.
Bill's daughters are incredible people and super talented in their own right, which is surprising because as children they were horrible. No, I'm kidding. They were great kids too. What does Bill Fagerbakke sing?
I'm a baritone. None of this performing stuff would have happened to me if it hadn't been for high school choir. I had a fantastic choir director in high school. I had the great good fortune to actually reconnect with that old choir director just a few years ago. And we had a nice long talk, and I was able to express my gratitude.
Was he like, why are you wasting your talent on that silly cartoon?
What voice Bill Fagerbakke do besides Patrick?
Oh, nothing. This is all I'm good for. What you see is what you get.
That is not true. You started out on the cult animated series Gargoyles, Disney's Gargoyles,
Right.
which still, when you go to Comic-Cons and stuff, has a devoted cult following. And you did Clifford the Big Red Dog. Didn't you do something in Clifford? No, you did Beethoven.
Yeah, I did Beethoven. Yeah.
So I knew it involved a large canine. What is Bill Fagerbakke's favorite SpongeBob episode? I think I know this one.
Aha, yes, he does know it. Mine is the pilot. It's where SpongeBob gets his job at the Krusty Krab, because it opened my mind to what Steven Hillenburg created. You know, when Dorothy wakes up after the house lands in Oz, that was me watching the pilot that I'd already recorded. I didn't get it when I was recording it, but watching that pilot, it was, wow.
Like you, I try to do what I can.
Are you saying that your life up until then had been kind of sepia-toned and brown?
Just, yeah, dusty and windblown. You know what? It turns out that when people turn on their computers, they often say, when did Tom Kenny start voice acting?
I kind of began my career in stand-up where I did a lot of characters and things like that, and then sketch comedy with The Edge and Mr. Show, and it all kind of led towards just that pure theater of the mind where in cartoons, if you can sound like the character, you can be the character, and that's really freeing to not have any of this.
When is Tom Kenny's birthday?
My birthday, July 13th, 1962.
When did Tom Kenny start voicing SpongeBob?
Let's see. We did the pilot in 1997. It went to series in 1999, and now it's 2021. So SpongeBob has been a part of my life for at least 2/3? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not good with fractions. Nobody becomes an actor because they're great at math.
When did Tom Kenny stop voicing SpongeBob?
Well, today I'm announcing my retirement. Thanks, Bill, for... No, I'm never going to stop voicing SpongeBob. I hope. I never want to retire. I love what I do, and SpongeBob brings so much positivity and fun and great people like Bill and everybody else on the show, creativity. I'm still recording SpongeBob. Maybe, hopefully they're not just being nice to me and then dumping my recordings and bringing in another guy. This one is called Is Bill Fagerbakke. The first one, Is Bill Fagerbakke Nice?
Oh, well, I try to be. I think it's important to be nice to our fellow humans, so I do my best.
It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. Yeah, I can say Bill Fagerbakke is very nice. One of the nicest people ever. He never phones it in. He always brings his A game, and that's no lie. Is Bill Fagerbakke in coach? I would think you could afford first class by now.
First class,
but is Bill Fagerbakke in coach?
That was me. I was living in New York and got that job, and 9 years later, yeah, I was a full-time resident in California.
And there's still people, in fact, we ran into somebody who was interviewing us or something the other day that had just put it together that you
That's right.
were on coach.
Right, yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
funny,
they're like, wait, what? And you're like, wow, who doesn't know that? But this guy didn't, and he it made him very happy. It was nice to watch. Is Bill Fagerbakke and Tom Kenny friends?
Oh, I think so. As far as I'm concerned, we're friends.
Frenemies, would you say we're frenemies? Is Bill Fagerbakke on Cameo? So Cameo, of course, being the service where people pay you to do greetings and shout-outs for birthdays and bar mitzvahs and things.
Who knows? Maybe someday. But no, I am not.
It's crazy. Like during the pandemic, like we're just recording all the time, and there's multiple SpongeBob series and projects, plus all the other non-SpongeBob stuff. So it's like I feel like I'm up in my cave, and Bill, you're in your cave enough. You know?
I do enough greetings just through people I know and friends of friends and stuff.
Is Bill Fagerbakke on Instagram?
No, I'm not on social media. I am just out of the loop. My social media is the texting I do with the people I know and my friends and family.
I'm not on social media either. I've never tweeted. And people find that mind-blowing, Bill. People just expect that of actors now. You're supposed to be a one-man PR department. And I just, I'm too busy screaming.
Hey, all you Googlers, we appreciate the Googling.
Thank you, Internet.
Stay wired.
Oh, that was smart. He's smart.